let's get back to our ESN broadcast crew. You're listening to High School Sports on the Eli Sports Network.
And a 45-minute rain delay, and we're going to try and get some baseball in here at River Ridge High School. The field is still rather wet, but it's been worked over several times out there by the River Ridge team trying to get this game in with HighLine. These two teams battling for first place, far from ideal conditions. Paul Beatty along with Noel Vasquez and Tony Davila here, and Tony and Noel will be here for a while, and then they'll be zipping out of here to probably in 45 minutes or so, or an hour. And they've got soccer tonight over on ESN2. In the meantime, we'll continue here as long as we can, as River Ridge coming in with a 9-1 record, and HighLine is 8-1. And let's run down the starters for River Ridge. Ben Maratita on the hill for the Hawks. Matthew Morgan behind the plate. Zach Carter over at first. Sam Flynn at second. Sion Park at short. Braden Anderson over at third. Dylan Crouch out in left. Blake Anderson in center field, and Addison Nash in right field. Tyler Turlow will lead it off for HighLine. Finn Fosberg will bat second. Ryan Mormeyer third, followed by Nicholas Hovland, Drew Sagmoen, Christian Hagler, David Perkins, and Joshua Enciso. So here comes Turlow, followed by Fosberg. And we're going to get some baseball underway here at River Ridge High School. And unbelievably, we're underway. Here comes Maratita. He'll miss outside. Maratita from the wind. And there's a shot right back to him. Quick comebacker, and that'll take care of Turlow. A 1-3 put out. One up, one down. That'll bring up Finn Fosberg. Fosberg will step in, right-handed hitter. And he'll hit one right into center field. That ball's really not going to roll very far today. That's no question about that. But nonetheless, a one-out hit for Finn. That'll bring up Ryan Mormeyer. Mormeyer, the right fielder. Got the locks coming out the back of the batting helmet there. Fosberg with a lead over at first. And there's a pop-up down the first base line. That'll be out of play. So Mormeyer will fall behind 0-1. Fosberg over at first. Throw back. So here comes Maratita. Just misses outside. Nice movement on that one. As you can tell, we are right behind home plate here. Got a little fencing in our camera view, but thankfully we do. There as he reaches out and taps that one. That'll be foul. 0-2 the count. Bringing in the baseballs, running them down. 1-2 the count. Maratita just low. Great motion on the ball that time. Good eye by Moormeyer to lay off of that one, as that had the bottom drop out of it. Here comes Maratita. Just missing the outside corner. Moormeyer with a good eye. Throw over to first. Fosberg is there. Shot. Will get past the third baseman. Anderson takes a dive at it, but back-to-back singles here for HighLine. We'll put runners on first and second. That'll bring up Nicholas Hovland, cleanup batter. And HighLine, with 2 outs, or with 1 out, come with back-to-back base hits. Here comes right-handed hitter Nicholas Hovland. The rain's starting to fall again here. Maratita right down the middle there, right at the knees. Nice pitch. Strike 1. Nice movement, but that'll be just a bit high. So Maratita just missing. A little outside, a little high. Count 1-1. Rain's starting to fall again here. That'll be fouled back. 1-2 the count. Here comes Maratita. That'll miss outside. Now leaving the count at 2-2. Fosberg with the lead at second, right down the middle there, and he'll ring him up. Beautiful pitch. Hovland couldn't get the bat off the shoulder. That's a big second out. Drew Sagmoen now comes to the plate. With 2 down here, Maratita trying to get out of it with 2 runners on base. Down low, good stop by Morgan, and not going was Fosberg. Talking to head coach Jared Smith for HighLine, says, well, sometimes we put them in motion, sometimes we don't. We're just kind of a feel type of team. We don't really lean one way or the other. There's a shot, and that'll be, nope, that'll get through. Here comes the throw home, and that'll cut off the lead runner. Fosberg can't score. So another base hit will load the bases. 3 base hits and no runners across. And one of the reasons is that you can tell that ball, once it hits the ground, it's just not going very far. So it can come off pretty hot and it hits the ground, and that one just getting past Park on a hot shot. That'll bring up Hagler. Christian Hagler. Right-handed hitter. Will just miss outside. Maratita delivers, swing and a miss. Nice movement on that one. Hagler chased it. So 1-1 to count. 2 down, bases juiced here in the top of the first at River Ridge High School. HighLine trying to cash in. That'll be down low, 2-1. 2-1 the count. Strike. Right at the knees. Evens it up at 2-2. Now Hagler in protection mode. He's trying to put the bat on the ball. Poke it somewhere. He'll pop it out to right field, going back on it. It's Nash. He'll get over his head. One's going to score. Two will come around. And it'll be a stand-up double. 2-run RBI double. And Hagler will knock in Fosberg and Moormeyer. Sagmoen will end up over at third. And Hagler on at second. And that's going to bring up David Perkins. And he'll slap one right to the second baseman. And that'll be Flynn over to Carter to finish it, but not before the damage is done. And 2 runs on the board for HighLine as they'll strike first here in the top of the first. River Ridge up next. Blake Anderson, Sam Flynn, Ben Maratita on the way.
Working together for a common goal. That's what teamwork is all about. Tom and Karen Alderson and all the staff at Awards West Printwares congratulates all of our local athletes for the time and effort they have invested in learning to play their game and in learning how to be good teammates. At Awards West Printwares, we take a lot of pride in working as a team to provide quality custom awards, screen printing, embroidery, and banners. Alderson's Awards West Printwares on Kresge in Centralia.
For student athletes, Centralia College is your college. Centralia College offers volleyball, men's and women's basketball, baseball, and fast-pitch teams, and one of the lowest tuition rates in the state. Centralia College is your college for Trailblazer Athletics, associate and bachelor's degree programs, certificates, and workforce training. When you're deciding your future, Centralia College is your college. For more information, go to centralia.edu. Centralia College, your college.
And we're back here at River Ridge High School as the HighLine Pirates jump out in front here. Top of the first inning with 2 runs. 2 RBI double by Christian Hagler. Puts the Pirates up quickly on River Ridge. So the Hawks will come. It'll be Blake Anderson, Sam Flynn, and Ben Maratita. Zach Carter will bat cleanup. Braden Anderson, Addison Nash, Dylan Crouch, Sam Park, and Matthew Morgan for River Ridge. Adrian Stacy on the hill for HighLine. Jake Whitman behind the plate. Nicholas Hovland at first. Drew Sagmoen at second. Joshua Enciso at short. Finn Fosberg on the hot corner at third. David Perkins in left. Tyler Turlow in center. And Ryan Moormeyer in right field. So here comes Blake Anderson for the Hawks. The lefty. And there's a strike outside corner. There's a foul back, and Anderson quickly in the hole, 0-2. That'll miss, 1-2 the count. And just miss outside. It's outside as well, so count will go full here. Hawks down 2 runs, so they'll find any way to get on base. Blake Anderson going to dig in, got to protect. Here comes Stacy. Little chopper to second. Sagmoen will have it, pops over and gets him just in time for the 4-3 put out. Want to bring up Sam Flynn. Flynn, the right-handed hitter. And Stacy will come back to the top of the hill. Here we go. And that'll be up high on Flynn, 1-0. HighLine's only gotten 10 games in this spring. That one will be popped up. Sagmoen looks like he has it. He'll camp underneath it, and he'll take care of it. So 2 up, 2 down. So they've got 6 more, and they've got a game every day next week. Talking to Coach Smith, he says there's 4 games that they're just probably not going to get played. River Ridge, I don't remember how many they have, and they have a few more in than 10. But again, ooh, that one will get away from them, and way up high and behind, Maratita trying to get a little 2-out rally going here. Zach Carter on deck for the Hawks. Here comes Stacy. That again, up and behind his head. Maratita will dig back in. And he'll ground one to short on the hop, over and in time. That's Enciso over to Hovland for the 6-3 putout and a 1-2-3 inning for the River Ridge Hawks. So HighLine will come to the plate. Up next, Enciso. Check that. Stacy, then Enciso and Turlo. Back to the top of the order. Back in a moment.
Weichert Reynolds Realty in Olympia is proud to support all student athletes as they strive to be the best. There are a lot of similarities between athletes and the professionals you'll meet at Weichert Reynolds Realty. Both know that hard work is not enough to be the best, but you must couple that hard work with attention to detail. Focus on the big picture, be creative and inventive, and those are just the obvious traits. When you come through the doors of Weichert Reynolds Realty at 2532 Pacific Avenue in Olympia, you'll be taken care by their team of all-stars. Looking to buy or sell in Thurston County and surrounding areas? Your first call should be to Weichert Reynolds Real Estate at 360-412-6731. When it comes to real estate, turn to the pros at Weichert Reynolds.
Athletes, the time is now to get serious about improving yourself to reach your goals. We all know that college recruiters and professional scouts put a lot of importance on those tangible measurements, such as a 40 time, your vertical leap, cone drills, and so on. Proactive Physical Therapy in Tumwater has a special, unique training program that will improve your results across the board. If you are serious about raising your performance to the next level, you need to talk with the pros today at Proactive Physical Therapy. Check them out online or call for an appointment today.
And we are back here at River Ridge High School. Paul Beatty along with Noel Vasquez and Tony Davila. Ben Maratita facing Adrian Stacy. Then Joshua Enciso, and then back to the top of the order to Tyler Turlo. That'll be fouled back. That one will just miss outside. I have all sorts of sound effects going on here. There's a shot out to right field. Nash on the run, can't get there. He'll be safe. So Stacy with another base hit. It's the 4 base hits and a double so far for HighLine. That'll bring up Joshua Enciso, the shortstop. So Stacy with a lead at first. Throw over to first. Back in time. Making them get muddy, though. Here comes Maratita. Turn into bunt and Ciso, and that'll just get the top of the ball, and that'll slide right through underneath him. Foul. And that'll send Stacy back to first. So here we go again. Throw over to first. Keeping an eye on him now. And the bunt, and that'll get past Morgan right through the glove. Or thought he had it, looked down, and just came right through the webbing there. So Stacy will take second. And Ciso be back to swinging away here. And a miss outside. Two and one to count. Three and one now. Maratita hasn't walked anyone yet, but has given up 5 hits. 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And that'll be popped up and out of play to fill the count. So 3-2 the count. And that's fouled straight back at us. High fly ball to left field. Dylan Crouch going back, and that'll be over his head and over the fence. A home run for Enciso. The number 9 batter gets underneath that one and sends it over the left field fence. Joshua Enciso uncorks. Wow. Just like that, 4-0. HighLine as Enciso delivers. We'll get back to the top of the order with Turlo. Maratita rears back. Down low. Rain coming down harder again. Just don't know if they're going to, and unfortunately for HighLine, this all may be for naught if the game gets called here, because this field conditions are just getting worse. And there's a strike. Nice appeal by Morgan. 2-1 the count. Up and inside, 2-2. Check that, 3-1. Sorry about that. And there's a hot shot, and that'll get through for a base hit. And HighLine is making contact and hitting the ball. I think that is going to be it. I think they're going to call a game here. And that's going to end the ball game. Unfortunately, it's not going to count. I'm not even sure if they start where they left off or if they just give it up. But that is going to be it. The field conditions are just too bad. The umpires say, sorry, it's not getting better. And the rain continuing to fall right now, even though we can see some blue, it's just not getting better. And that is going to be the baseball action for today. Short and sweet. HighLine made it entertaining, but unfortunately, that is going to do it. There's game has been called due to field conditions, and that is going to do it for us here. Now, later, audio-only broadcast live tonight from Tumwater High School or Tumwater District Stadium, where Black Hills will be hosting Centralia in boys soccer. We'll have that game coming up in a couple of hours from now, about 7 o'clock. And we'll have that game for you tonight on ESN2. We'll have that game video recorded, and that'll be put up later, but it will not be a live video stream from the soccer stadium tonight. In the meantime, that'll do it for us. Again, game called due to rain and field conditions. Sorry, folks, just not much we can do about it. And they gave it a valiant try to get this thing in, and it just was not going to happen. We'll talk to you a little later tonight here on the Eli Sports Network.
Thank you for listening online to the Eli Sports Network. We'll catch